Hey guys, I'm Jackie Brubaker, host and author of That Girl the Podcast, where each week we talk about the coming of age at any age. That Girl the Podcast is based on That Girl the novel, which is on Amazon to download, listen to, or buy the paperback of. You can also follow us on Instagram at That Girl the Podcast and our Patreon page.
Cheers. 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 All right. Welcome, Lisa Morgan.
Hello.
Famed hairstylist of television.
Makeup.
Just kidding. I swear it's thinking of
Makeup. Too much of this already.
I know you're a makeup artist. We work together.
Hello, I'm a makeup artist. I work with you.
We work together. Anyway, famed makeup artist turned home stager and home decorator.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. She just started a new business in quarantine because she's amazing called The Morgan Residence, which please go see it on Instagram.
And Facebook.
And Facebook at The Morgan Residence. Yeah, tell me a little bit about that before we dive into everything.
Well, as you know, the pandemic halted a lot of our work, and I had to figure out what I was going to do. I didn't want to just sit at home and just let everything just crash and burn. So I had to figure out something else that I could do. And I do a lot of interior decorating. I'm very artistic. I paint, I draw, you name it, I do it. I'm a DIYer. And
that's very true.
So I just thought, you know what? I'm going to turn this into a business. Jobs should always be things that you love to do.
Because then they don't feel like work, and you're more apt to work really hard for them.
Of course. And I feel like, as you know, we've worked so hard for other people, for me, 30 plus years. And why not work that hard for myself?
Amen. Hands emoji. That emoji.
Yes.
So let's talk about chapter 4.
Okay.
You can just tell me how you felt about it, and we can start there. Or just things that popped up that you were like, oh, I remember when that happened to me. Or
many moments.
Good. Tell me the moments.
I think a couple things right off the top. Dealing with talent.
It always comes back to that. This is episode 4, and we're still talking about talent.
Yeah, talent can be different. But in this particular chapter, trying to figure out what to do more so when talent comes on to you.
Yeah.
Because for me, my thing was I would never date talent or anybody I work with.
We don't date talent.
Yes, I think there's that line of trying to keep it professional. And for me, it was always, I just wanted to make sure my bosses knew that I wasn't doing anything to bring that on. It just was happening.
And
so
I hope that most bosses realize that, because you are just showing up every day, doing your thing.
Correct.
And then this person walks in and you're like, I didn't.
I mean, you might want to act on it, but I just always, kept it professional and just tried to just diffuse situations as much as possible.
Yeah.
Just for myself, just to protect myself. So, Mabio, I've had those situations.
Did you have a situation that was especially interesting or embarrassing, or just...
Oh, embarrassing, yes.
Oh, gosh.
Won't name names or the station.
Never.
However, talent walks in, sees me, and all of a sudden was very touchy-feely, oh, I want a hug. And I kind of did the, this is obviously pre-COVID.
When we could touch each other.
When you could touch people and, hug. And I instantly felt like, whoa, this is a bit much. But he was also a comedian, so you kind of...
even worse.
You're like, that's what they do.
The comedians, let me just interject. Female comedians, very different. Male comedians, very interesting characters. They're more than actors. I just want to say they're more than actors, and I'll leave it at that. That's it.
They're always on, always being funny. Yeah. So I think they try to translate that as, I'm just being funny, in case you're not receptive to it.
Right.
So with this particular situation, I thought it was going to stop there. Oh, no. It happens on air.
What?
He starts talking about me.
Oh my gosh.
Like right off the bat, as soon as he goes out there to be interviewed. And so, quite embarrassing. Like I literally ran out of the studio. Because then the anchors were egging it on. They were like, yeah, what was up with you and Lisa? And then the lady's like, where is Lisa? Lisa's gone. Because Lisa's totally embarrassed at this. Like, this is way over the top at this point. And he starts singing, very strange.
He's
singing like about Lisa. And so then it turned into like a joking proposal. But it just kept going, and it was so embarrassing, and I just was like, okay. I was getting all kind of phone calls like, did that man just propose to you on TV? I'm like, it was a joke, but embarrassing. So
wow.
I can totally relate. Like, what do? You're like, you try to diffuse it, but you know,
it's fun for them.
yeah, they think and I think they like to see you
squirm
because it's almost like, oh yeah, I'm getting to her.
Right. I mean, it is kind of fun in games, but then like you're in a professional situation, so are they, but they're still again,
but they're talent.
They're talent. They're kind of different category. So it's like we're all like, I don't want to get fired,
right,
from you,
right.
Please.
Right.
You're here one day, I want to be here all
right, this is my job,
oh
you know.
God.
But yeah. I know you've probably had some of those too.
I have.
Yeah.
The one just came to mind.
Yeah. Too many to remember. That's the thing. Yeah.
There are too many to remember. Yes, but one in particular just came to mind, and I was kind of just like, just went with it actually. I was like, okay. But I also kind of knew him, and he showed up on my show unexpectedly, and I was like, whoa, what are you doing here? I mean, didn't like text me or call me like, hey, I'm going to be on your show tomorrow. Like nothing. I was looking at the rundown, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes.
This is, So anyway, yeah, I just kind of went with it that day, and I was like, this is my boyfriend for the day.
Yeah, my boyfriend for the day. Right.
And we actually kind of like a couple all day. It was super weird. And then by the end of the day, he was kind of like, could you take me to get some swag from the show? And I'm like,
what?
Ew, it just got so weird. And then I felt like I was dragging him like a little kid the rest of the time. And I was
no. You babysat.
Okay.
See, no. What show was... Well, you can't say the show because I'm like, what kind of time did you have? Because I'm like, I got people lined up. I need you to go.
No, it was like later on in the day. So like I like did him and like the whole thing. Not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that. Wow. It's like, whoa, hold on. But then, yeah, like he like went to work, and then I, kind of saw him once he wrapped, and he was like, could you take me to go to publicity or something? And I was like, all right.
See, my story was older Lisa. Younger Lisa was definitely more naive and probably like, oh, he thinks I'm cute. No. That's not what this is about.
No. Oh, my goodness. I mean, yeah, definitely younger versions we're all like, let's have fun with this. But like, older now, I'm just like... Okay.
Right, older versions are like, I don't even really want to be here.
Yeah, I'm like,
I've got other things going. You are slowing down the process of me leaving.
I know, I just want to go home.
I just want to go home. I could be cleaning my brushes. Like, go away.
Just want to go home, so I get my like comfy clothes.
Right.
And like, not talk to anybody.
Right.
So
I'm done for the day.
That's what happens when you get older kids.
Definitely.
Okay, so the lead meets Ezra, the very sexy Nashville songwriter boy, and she is smitten and really can't remember her name, doesn't know what's going on. Is there a time in your life, or many times in your life, that you've ever had that happen? I love you.
Let's think about that for a second.
Let's just drop it up.
We're not talking about talent at this point. We're just talking...
Just guys. Just boys.
Again, younger Lisa, absolutely. Because you think everybody's...
think everyone's the one.
Everyone's the one that looks cute. I mean, they have to be cute because heaven forbid you actually get to know them as a person and all the other stuff that you should know in a relationship. But yeah, younger Lisa for sure. Like, I mean, ended up being like a long-time boyfriend, engaged. You know, I'm not married now, but I never got married to him.
Okay.
But yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. There was a time.
Okay, well, there was a time.
Right.
I feel like we just burst into song.
Right.
There was a time. So I did have that happen. I've had that really happen once, but maybe twice. The time that it happened, that was like alarms going off, just like, like the heavens opened. I was like, it's you.
Right.
So I walked into a barbecue with my then long-term boyfriend, and we walk into this barbecue, and it's a bunch of our friends. We're all musicians. We're all like in the industry, and
see, is that the other thing? They're always, has it been, I mean, because you're from here, right? Have they always been musicians? Yeah, I feel like a lot of yours that we've talked about.
Yes, minus like one or two, but most of them have been. But you know what? I've been very lucky. I've had really, really professional, actual working, lovely musician boyfriends.
Yeah.
I can't complain. They've all been really good to me. So
I come from sports, so it's been athletes. And then living here, you know, you can't help it, but they end up being, you know, in the business some type of way.
Some sort of way. Yeah, sports is, we can talk about sports.
That's, oh, Lord Jesus.
We can talk about sports.
Like, oh, Lord Jesus. But anyway.
Boys in sports.
I'm still on the... you were with your boyfriend, you left. The boyfriend took you over to meet...
Yeah, he did.
So
he literally brought me over and introduced me to this person. I asked him to introduce me. And
did he know him?
Yes.
Oh,
did.
okay.
Thank goodness he knew him.
Not that that's still okay, but...
What if he didn't know him?
I know, I'm like, this is totally weird. So
it was like an initial spark, a love at first sight thing. I don't know if I was like, ooh, it's love, but I was like, ooh, I'm just so drawn to you. And we had just so much in common, and just like, and things were definitely winding down with my boyfriend in our relationship.
Clearly.
So I was already ready to jump.
Yeah. Just waiting for the moment.
Yeah, but this person, you know, definitely was a huge learning lesson in my life. Like, there was, it was, you know, an off and on again kind of situation. But I really did learn so much. And then when I had to actually, like, finally, like, call this off, because I was like, this isn't going anywhere. I want this to go somewhere, and you don't. You don't? I'm going to take your lead. God, I cried so hard. I wrote him a letter.
Oh, my God, I've done that before.
I always write people emails.
What is wrong with us?
No. I love it.
That's evidence. My sister would say, you left evidence, but... I do. I express myself a lot better I do it for all situations, not crazy boyfriend stuff. I would never do that now, but I do. I write. You feel what I'm saying if I write it. So I understand.
I totally needed to write it out, and I feel like I'm a little bit better when I'm writing, because naturally I'm just a writer, versus when I'm speaking. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to get flustered or nervous, and I'm not going to get all this stuff out. And this way I can be perfectly eloquent. So I wrote him an email and said goodbye and like wished him well and all of it. But
really, did you wish him well?
I did.
No, I mean, did you care?
No,
did you want him to be wished? I love when people say, I wish you well. No, you don't. You don't even care. Like, you wish they would just die.
I mean, it was a little bit of everything. I was trying to come from my higher self and be like, no, I wish you well. Like,
I hate you.
Never stay single forever.
Go to hell. Love you. Hearts.
But call me anyway.
Right. I might change my mind.
If in case. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like that happens.
You have to go through things to be able to learn and grow.
Absolutely.
Like, if you don't go through anything, if life is perfect, well, how are you going to learn anything?
I dated someone like that where they just hadn't been through a lot. Right. And then they did go through a lot. And it was like, all right, this is your growing up. You might be in your 30s, but you're going to grow up now.
And how they handle crisis is everything.
Exactly. Okay, so let's... So the chapter is called Orbits for a reason, because we get out of our orbits.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was writing this, I was really thinking about like kind of the freeway and how you can get off on the wrong exit, and that's kind
many
of like
wrong exits.
Yeah, many wrong exits, or you're just out of your natural sort of orbit alignment. I know this has happened to you, so just pick a time where you felt like you were not in your orbit.
I think you find yourself, well, again, it always comes back to being older, because
It is. It's all about getting older, guys.
It's
just get older, you'll be better.
my life is so much more, it's so different now because of age and wisdom.
Yes.
Yes, normally I would be looking for a certain type of person that looked good. Mm-hmm. Pretty much was the qualification. Oh, you look good.
I was
You're
like,
not dumb.
I was like, are you broken somehow?
Right.
Great. I'm going to date you.
Broken is my thing.
Can I fix you a little bit?
Right, because I'm going to fix you because I want to help you. I want to help everybody.
I want to help you.
Now I'm like, no. I don't have time to fix you.
Uh-huh.
So now, obviously, my things have changed. My qualifications have changed. I mean, yes, looks is kind of what initially...
Sure. You need to have some chemistry.
Yeah, like that's usually how you connect with somebody's
Right.
at first.
And it doesn't mean, I don't know. I dated some real lookers.
Yeah.
In a good way and a bad way. A couple of not so, people were like, why? Why are you?
Why?
That's him? Are you sure? I think that you can be really attracted to someone's personality and then they become really attractive physically.
Absolutely. Because now... that's definitely, I'm like looking for somebody that can hold a conversation. Like,
call you.
You know, has a job would be great.
Right.
Like, you know, because I don't want to take care of, I have a daughter and 2 dogs. I don't need to take care of another person. I have had those situations where I've dated a little bit younger. And I was like, going in, I was like, you know, this is not, you know. Like, are you just bored? Or are you just trying to just see, like, I mean, and that's part of, you know, dating is, you gotta see, you never know, like,
It's true.
you know, you just don't know.
Give them a chance.
You gotta, exactly, it's the give them the chance, not pity, but just give them a chance. Yeah, that's when I feel like, usually, yeah, if somebody approaches me and they're younger, I try not to have that face like,
I know.
you are too young, and when I tell you I'm old enough to be your mother, you're gonna say age is nothing but a number, and I'm gonna say, but no.
Maybe it is this chapter where I talk about this, but like guys in LA, not all guys, but some guys, a lot of guys in LA would prefer you to actually be the sugar mom.
Yes.
They would love to be the house
Absolutely.
who stays home and is like, have a great day at work, honey. Like, I'll take care of the kids, or not.
You know,
which is very...
Take them with you to work. No.
Yeah. Like, send them to school, they're good.
Yeah, because I'm busy.
Because I'm busy, like, you know, playing video games or something.
Right.
But these guys are it's so weird. Like, they don't... I don't want to generalize, because not every guy is like this.
No.
But it feels like so many are.
Your experiences.
Yes.
Our experiences.
Our experiences.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is true. It's like, if you're a little bit older and like kind of set up in your life, you know, these younger boys are like, ooh.
Right. Like, she's a catch.
She's a catch.
Yeah, I am, but not for you.
And then there are the rare few who are like a little bit younger, who date much older or even a little bit older. And I'm not saying like you're older because you're a few years older. Like, that doesn't
that's all the same.
But I mean, like, significant age difference, you know. Yeah, it's fascinating because they do want someone who like loves themselves and won't put up with anything, and that's what we're all trying to become, and then do become as we get older.
Right.
Again, after the hard knocks.
Yes, after you've got some wounds on you.
Once we get some wounds, we're like,
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, and that's cool. But how do you find those guys?
I think you just have to be open.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Our careers, both of us can honestly say this. We focused on our careers for so long. I know I'm definitely guilty of that.
Definitely.
All I cared about was just getting ahead in my career and in my job. And so I neglected a lot of different things, you know, lots of things and lots of people. That's all you think about. And so you kind of shut down. You you're not open. You're not even looking. You're just like, I gotta get up from this 6 o'clock in the morning call time. I don't have time. I'm busy. I'm never gonna have time. And so now I feel like it's actually a great time to like reinvent yourself and really be open. And we can't go a lot of places, but be open. Your heart can be more open, and you're not like, so I gotta go to work. Because right now we're just...
There's no work.
There's no work to go to.
Our work is non-existent.
So, you know, and it's funny because I noticed getting a lot more phone calls. I'm like, are you just bored? Like, because I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm sitting at home on quarantine. Like, what do you know you can't come over. Like, what is that? But,
wait, like a booty call?
You know what? I don't even want to put it out there that maybe that's what that was, but but it just was because I didn't even let it get going more than like,
You're like,
I'm good. I'm like, oh, you on quarantine too? Good. Okay, well, yeah, because we're not having visitors. Like, once you put that out there.
Seriously, this is the most... I wrote an article about this early in quarantine. I called it Love in the Time of Corona, which now is like a thing. And I was like, man, I coined that first. I did.
Right.
But anyway... This is the most beautiful time to date someone just for those reasons. Because A, you can actually like video chat with them first.
Right.
You don't have to, like, you can kind of get ready from like here on up, which is great.
Awesome.
Like, awesome. And then you don't have to like go drive somewhere and like park, pay for ballet.
Oh my gosh.
And like go into some crowded place and you can't even hear them and they're not really talking and
they're not focusing.
No, and you're drinking too much and you're just like, I don't know. You can actually ask the real questions and like really get to know them, because you're also the thing that I mentioned too in this article is that you're so connected by your pheromones towards someone. You know, case in point, I literally saw someone across the room and told my boyfriend to introduce me to him.
Still trying to figure that one out.
I know.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
I've made mistakes.
Are you and the boyfriend still friends?
Actually, we are really good friends still.
Okay.
But so it's like you don't smell the pheromones and you're not like under all of this kind of pressure, and you can really decide if you want to see this person again.
Correct, yeah.
And then you really know someone likes you if they're actually willing to like go meet you in person, because now you can die.
You can die. This is correct. Like, but no, I agree. I think you really have to tap into knowing a person at this point. And that's a good thing.
Which is great. Which is so great. So, I mean, I feel so, like, so traditional. I'm like, you should get to know someone first and blah, 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 blah. They should court you. And, like, they should. They should. But, like, in our society, I feel like that's such a lost art. The art of courting.
Because we're in a hurry. Everybody's in a hurry.
Everyone's in a hurry.
Like, I don't have time. Look, I got an hour. That's the problem.
Right. You know?
No, we don't right now. Well, most of us don't have, like, we're not in a hurry.
We have no hurry. I know. It's just crazy. Yeah. I mean, this is a beautiful time to date and a beautiful time to find yourself.
But it's been a blessing to stop and slow down and appreciate.
Well, okay, first of all.
You're like, all right,
First of all, there are masculine women and there are feminine women. And there are masculine men and there are feminine men. Now, you need to figure out what kind of woman you are.
Right.
And as a man, you need to figure out what kind of man you are. If you are a man who likes to kind of take a back seat, who doesn't want to sort of be like the leader, who wants their, partner to be like the leader and the head honcho, you are a feminine man. Do not go for a feminine woman like us, because we are both of us are just going to sit there and wait on each other.
Right.
We're not going to do anything.
Right. Nothing is going to
stand still. Now, so you have
going nowhere.
Nowhere. So, like, and this is a big problem, and I think that a lot of people get very confused on, like, if you're a feminine woman and then say your friend is a masculine woman who's more the, like, aggressor, who's like, I want to, like, I want the man to sort of stay at home and I want to, like, go work. Let's just make it real simple, right?
Right.
And it's very complex. But you're not going to do well if you go up to a man who's an alpha, because you already can tell he's an alpha, which you'd be attracted to, a masculine man. He's going to reject you because he's going to look at you and be like, oh, now I don't have to do anything because she came up to me.
Right.
I don't have to work.
Right.
And as a feminine woman, you want them to work.
Right.
Because you want to be pursued and you want to be courted and you want to be cherished and all of this stuff. But you've got to figure out if you're a masculine or a feminine woman or a man. And then go for that opposite. And then it will work.
Exactly. Because, no one's... I mean, it's just like in the book where it's like, some people just need to be alone.
Yes. Because some people just need to be absolutely alone. That's what they need to do. Because that's their journey.
Yeah, I mean, some people... And the whole, I don't need a man. Well, do we ever... We don't need...
No, we don't need.
I don't need one. I mean, I've learned how to work my drill on pandemic.
Full house.
Yeah, I built bookshelves, and I am definitely not that girl.
Right?
But
do you see this? I installed this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but Google and YouTube are my friends now. So I mean, there's things I don't need a man to come and I would have preferred. But I mean, you want one. I want one. I don't need. I mean,
you want a partner.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Like when I think of it now, especially because like we are so incredibly self-sufficient in a way where it's intimidating to a lot of men because they're like, why do you need me? And you're like, I want a partner.
Right.
And I just said this the other day. I want a partner to pick up where I leave off. So where I'm not kind of strong, I want you to be strong. And where I'm strong, you can be a little bit like, chiller. And it's like we just pick up where each other leaves off and we balance. So it's not like I'm suddenly, because I'm a feminine woman, I'm going to suddenly be like, I'm going to stay home and just do like housewifey things. Like, hell no. That's never going to happen.
Yeah. I mean,
reluctant housewife.
Exactly.
But it's a very interesting thing. Like, some people, like, they need to figure out who they are, what they actually need, not what they want.
What they want.
Because a lot of people are attracted to something that is not good for them.
Right.
And they've got to sort of, like, put the training wheels on and get used to someone who's good for them and, like, learn to love that person, learn to fall in love. And I feel like if people would just give people a chance who are good matches for them. That's why I love the show Married at First Sight.
I haven't seen it.
It's a whole podcast. I would love to talk about that show. Oh my gosh, well, this has been so amazing. And you're coming back.
I'm coming back, of course. Hello, I feel like this book is my life.
Anyway, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys. Be good to yourself and be good to others.
Bye.